Hey, what's up, guys? It's Freddie with H-Town Model Shop. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. We got a cold stint down here after the storms we had come through. I believe it was Friday night or Thursday night. But anyways, this is the final guess on the caddy that I was working on. I think I showed a video on what I was working on last time. So yeah, this is the one that I took to ACME, or one of the ones, but my latest one. And I call it the Sweetheart Caddy. That's what it is, Sweethearts. So it goes with the color and the theme and whatnot. I kind of based it around that. So so pretty much it was this one, and I had the 60 Impala, the purple haze, and I took Apple Rotten, which was the 66 Chevy truck, the red and white top, with the gun case that slides out from the rear. What else did I take? Oh, I took the Mini Cooper as well, and I think that was it. So, but anyways, it was good seeing everybody again. I missed last year. I'm glad I was able to go this year. I barely made it in this year, but you know, we had a good time. So that's what it is. But yeah, guys. So this is just pretty much stock motor. Pretty much the only thing I changed on it was the rims and the interior, and I think I added yeah, I added the JBL decals on the speakers, but that's about it. I did dechrome some of the stuff, and I shot it with the Molotov through my airbrush, and of course, you know, you have to let that sit out for a little while. So it works out great. I mean, you know, it came out nice. I have no complaints. So just a, you know, quick rundown on this. But yeah, so pretty much, you know, everybody asks me where I get the inspiration for the designs and whatnot, and really, you know, it's just a combination between you know, other builds that I see, other builders that I follow on Instagram or on Facebook or here on YouTube. So but really, you know, it's just off the top of my head. Really, I just, you know, I throw my center line down and I just go, you know, go with it. So and believe it or not, I had this one you know, fully taped out, and I didn't like the end result, so I just went ahead and just took all the tape off and started fresh for my center line. So and that happens, you know, when I brainstorm, I typically like to sketch it out a little bit just to kind of see what the design is going to look like. But you know, overall, you know, ultimately it's just, you know, it changes. It's never by the way that you lay it out, or, you know, by the way you have it thought up in your head, you know. So, and you know, for the caddies and, you know, whatnot, it's, you know, it's pretty much damn near hard to come up with a new design or new, you know, whatever, without having to come across or interfere with you know, copying somebody else's work. So you know, I strive very hard to not do that, but you know, ultimately it's just you know, it's what it is. So but this one, yeah, I decided to base my colors off of the Sweetheart candies, so hint, that's why it's called Sweetheart. And I also built a base for it because this display was rotating my 60 Impala purple haze, if y'all remember correctly. So yeah, custom interior, fully custom. The only thing that's left in there that's stock is the dash. So from the headliner to the carpet to the seats to the center console, it's all custom. So the center console actually has custom cut mirrored glass. If you could see as she spins around there, right down the center, and yeah, you can barely tell, but it's down there. So it gave me a little bit of hell, but you know, ultimately, you know, with the changes inside of the interior and whatnot is what I kind of screwed myself over on. But you know, overall, you know, I think you know, it looks great. So I would probably tie this one and my 1960 Purple Haze kind of I guess together as far as detail, and I guess I don't know how I would say, I guess the level of paint, the paint job, I guess. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is typically, you know, I try to strive to better myself, you know, to progress myself at every single build that I do. And if you go back and you look at my videos, you can see the progression, which I'm very happy, you know, and I'm very thankful with all the tips and tricks and everything else that I get from everybody. I mean, you know, everybody is an inspiration. You know, I absolutely take away something from every show. I take away something from every build that I see. I take a lot of pictures, and I try to, you know, just come up with my own ideas, you know, and, you know, to revolve around what I've captured and what I've seen at shows, local shows, and, you know, Atlanta show, you know, from, you know, anywhere, you know, in between, and even on IG or on Facebook or whatever. So you know, I think that's the name of the game, you know, the progression that you make as a builder. And you know, you know, it definitely shows in your work. So and that's everybody, you know. Everybody that builds, you know, you can see from where they started all the way to where they're at now, you know, it being 5 years, it being 5 days, you know, 10 days or whatever, you know, 10 years. You can see the progression from day one to the current build. And you know, and that's just what it is. And you know, I contribute that to as I have in my hashtags on Instagram, you know, modelers helping modelers. So you know, I always give out, you know, when someone asks me a question on something, I try to explain the best I can to my ability on how I did something. Now, if that doesn't help somebody, you know, they always come back and they ask me, hey, look, I tried this and then it worked for me. And, you know, I try to tell them, hey, look, you know, it might not work for you, for your paint system, for your environment. You know, everything, it plays into, you know, a big part in your final you know, build, you know, and not your final build, but in your completed build and how you complete your build, you know, the final product. So, you know, I try to work with it, you know, everybody. I try to help everybody out. So, you know, if anybody has any questions, you know, you can feel free to contact me in any way, in any means possible that you have, you know, for me. It being here, or my text message, or by phone call, or by IG or Facebook, whatever. You know, I don't you know, I don't turn anybody away, man. That's for sure. Because you know, I love this hobby as much as I guess everybody else that's watching this video does. So you know, I just try to push and try to help as much people as I can. So there's really no such thing as a secret with me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all out there. you know, I build to build for me. I don't build to compete, to win top 10 or to win, you know, at my local shows or anything like that. I mean, I'm very grateful that I've had opportunities to win, nor an opportunity, you know, I've won at some of these shows. But at the same time, you know, I go to hang out with everybody, you know, for just to get to know everybody, and, you know, just to hang out. You know, we're just a bunch of crazy nerds, if you ask me. You know, I mean, everybody, and with some sort or another, is a nerd in my book, you know, which is nerds at building models, you know. So, you know, whatever you're good at, you know, that's what it is. So, yeah, guys, I mean, I really hope that y'all do, you know, enjoy, you know, my work. And, you know, even though I do get a couple thumbs down and whatnot, that's, you know, it's all right. You know, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't disappoint me. It's just, I know how this world is, and I know how this world works. So it is what it is, you know. I just take it with a grain of salt, and that's it. So, but let me lower, let me see if I can lower this down a little bit so you get a better side view here. Sorry for the shakiness. You are on a tripod at the moment. So, here we are, kind of more eye level, and I don't know why it's not focused, but let's see. Alright, so that's a little more eye level. And, you know, again, this is all House of Color paint. The only thing that I did, different paint that I did use on this was the primer, which I used Plastic Coat, which I love, you know, and that comes from, you know, Dr. Cranky showing us, or, you know, letting us know about that. So, you know, I took that away from Dr. Cranky, but I've also taken tips on House of Color from him as well. So, you know, the interior is, you know, Tingo's inspired. You know, the stance, you know, from everything and anything you could think of here. So, I did use some Tamiya paint for the headlights and the rear tail lights. A little bit of black wash, you know, that wasn't House of Color, but I mean, for the majority of the paint job, it's House of Color, you know what I mean? So, even the engine is a pink engine. Actually, I think it's magenta. It's the same color as the top. So, and it does, for some reason, the color looks different on the top than it does on the actual, I mean, in the video than it does in real life. And I don't know why, but it's just weird. If you give me a second, I'm gonna try to pause it, and I'm gonna try to show you the display that I built, that I had it on the table at ACME for the show. So hold on one second, see if I can get this right. All right, guys. So this is the display that how I had it set up. So I can raise it up a little bit more. There is there is some LEDs underneath the car, which you really can't see right now because I have all these lights on. But let me see how to turn this off real quick. Well, maybe not. But anyways, yeah, there's LEDs on them, and if you could tell, I did. Oh, that's bright. Okay, so if you could tell, the mirrors, they are real mirrors that I used, and those are craft mirrors from Hobby Lobby. And this base was inspired by someone on Instagram that does really nice bases. So and I want to say his handle is like EL Spanks, I think, something like that, or Spot, something like that. So the Sweetheart Roll doubles up as a battery pack as well, and I have a magnetic switch right here with a little bitty magnet to the light. Oh, there you go. You can see the lights off and on now. So the magnet's right here, little bitty earth magnet. So and the actual car, underneath the wheels, the car is on top of some Sweethearts, so just to kind of get it elevated to where that the LEDs would illuminate the bottom, and of course you could see the undercarriage through the mirrors underneath the car. So pretty much that's it, guys. This is what it was. This is what I had. Here's see if I can get down a little bit so you can see the trunk detail. It's not much detail. I really didn't plumb it or anything because I was so behind on it. So there's the battery tops are chrome, and the sides are the same color as the pump right there that you see, the whammy pump. I did tape it off and, you know, colored it. Shot it with a house of color as well. The speakers in the back, you barely see the JBLs on them, but there's 3 woofers back in the back. That is also house of color black. So anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. I want to say my candy is probably already rotting out, as you can see it's starting to speck up there, so I'm sure it's getting some kind of moisture. So let's do a super zoom here, just for the heck of it. There we go. Alright, guys, well, if you stayed this long, man, I really apologize. It's 17, 18 minutes by the time I get done talking and yapping. So it was really good seeing everybody again over at the ACME. If you haven't been, please try to attend. It's one of the best shows that I've been to, hands down. So anyways, guys, I'm going to call it a quick 18, and that's it. See you all later.